Hey lovers, welcome to today's Cuppa with Katie show. Can't wait to chat with you today. Let me know if you're joining. Say hi in the comments as you come on. If you're here on the replay, just type #replay and I'll keep an eye on who's commented so that I can say hello to you. I love to acknowledge who's watched, and let me just straighten up my screen a bit here. I love to acknowledge who's watched and keep the conversation going after the show. Like if you've got any questions, you can post them in the comments. I'd love to answer your questions on the back of what comes out of my mouth, because while I think I have an idea of what I'm going to be talking about, we never really know fully what's going to come through. So it's always fun for me to discover that as well. But say hi as you're joining. Oh, I can see people joining now. That's awesome. Hey, Kath. Mwah. How you doing? Good to have you. Actually, in your profile picture, I think someone in your picture looks like they're blowing a kiss. Who else is joining? Say hi. I'd love to know who I'm chatting to. Who's there? Who's there? So I've had an interesting morning. My son wasn't well this morning and we packed him off to school anyway because thought he was going to be all right. Of course he wasn't. So I just got back from picking him up from school. So best laid plans in a day doesn't always go to plan, does it? Oh, that's your daughter pouting. Oh yeah, she's perfected that beautifully. Hello, hello, hello. I don't know who that is, but hi, great to have you. So today I am going to be speaking to the single gals. If you're not single, stay tuned, because I have a feeling there will be nuggets of hopefully wisdom in what I share today that will help you no matter what you're desiring to call in for your life. So no matter your desires, I really do hope there'll be some little nuggets here. That will help you. Lindy's here. Hello, hello. Hi, darling. Great to have you. So, Lindy, you're not single, and you might be thinking, why would I want to dial into this? Hopefully, I'll share something that will kind of jar you and wake you up a little bit. I was reflecting the other day. I'm like, what is it that I do? Like, how do I help women? And there's so many, I could answer that question with so many different things. And I feel like I'm here to wake you up, because we all need waking up, right? So waking up from, like, if you haven't even stepped into your personal transformational journey yet, if you're brand newbie and you don't even yet realize that you're predominantly living unconsciously, you're living, let's say, as a victim to your sabotaging belief systems, your operating systems, your programming, and so on. If you don't even realize that yet, I will wake you up to the truth that a lot of what's not going well for you in life, where you feel held back or struggling, is probably due to sabotaging behavioral habits and belief systems. And like I said, conditioning and programming that is blocking you to having what you want. So my job is to wake you up and show you why and how you can shift things very quickly. Excuse me. Hey, Ruth, good to have you. Hi. And I'm here to wake you up as a reminder. If you're already on your path, you're already doing your inner work, you're committed to your personal growth, you're committed to living the life that you desire, to being the woman you came here to be, to having all the things that you want. If you're on that path, I'm here to wake you up when you forget and you fall into transformational amnesia and you forget how capable you are. You forget that you actually are enough. You forget that your desires are meant for you. I'm here to wake you up when you start going down the rabbit hole and tracks of thought that are limiting you and sabotaging you. I'm here to wake you up and say, hey, let's not go down that track. Let's go down this track instead. And I think that actually really is what I want to talk about today, because I've been on a few coaching calls this month already. And obviously, I'm in touch predominantly at the moment with single women who are over 40. I have one male private client at the moment. I've worked with men over the years. But most of my clients right now are women in their 40s and 50s and 60s who are single. And so many of them, maybe all of them so far, nearly, have said to me, I'm like, so how are you feeling about 2023? And hi there. And they're like, well, it's another year single, isn't it? It's another year single. And hold on, let me just see this comment. Interesting, you're here to wake me up. So I was just about to have a little nap when my phone beeped at me and said, here you are. I don't know who that is. Who is that? And if you need a nap, go have a nap. You can tune into the recording of this later. Okay. Honor your needs. If you need a nap, go take the nap. All right. You can catch up on this later. Yeah. So a lot of women are saying, yes, another year single. And I get it. I hear that. And I was single for 8 years. Okay, I dated on and off bits and bobs here and there in those 8 years, but I never had the relationship. And, it wasn't until, oh, it's Jody. Hello. Your name's showing now. Oh, hold on. Oh, no, that's Jody. That's Carolyn. Okay, darling. Good to have you. Hello. Yeah, another year single. So I used to think that every year. January would come around, I'd be like, yep, it's another year single. And today, what I want to invite you to is acknowledging why you're saying that, like where that's coming from, and all the feelings associated with it. I don't want you to ignore it, and I'm not making you wrong for it. Like another year single, it's fact. If you are single, it's another year that you're beginning as a single person. Now, if you're not single and you're desiring for something else to come into your life and you've not received it yet, then you'll be like, another year and I haven't hit 6 figures. Another year and I haven't had the promotion. Another year and I've still not flown in a private jet or been a guest on a super yacht. Like whatever the desire is, like another year and like ... like fill in the blank for you. Hey, Lisa Marie, lovely to have you here, honey. Really beautiful. So first and foremost, when we have a thought like another year single, we have to honor it because it is your truth. But when I'm hearing women say this, and I feel really legitimately allowed to comment on this because I was that single woman for 8 years. And I too had that thought, another year single. But that thought, while it's true, I'm just going to say it, it's lazy. It's lazy. Because you're allowing yourself a number of things. You're allowing yourself to blanket statement so much else that is really going on for you, that you're really thinking and believing. And all the stuff that's really going on, when we drill down into the statement of another year single, all that stuff underneath it is massively blocking you to calling in your person. So if you're in my world, you're not lazy because you care about yourself. You care about the results you're getting in your life. You care about creating the life that you want. You are determined and you are persistent, and you are not, and if you are, I'm here to wake you up. You're not going to just make a statement like another year single and move on with your day. You're not, because you're awake, because you're conscious, and you're going to take a look at that. And you're going to get your journal out and you're going to be like, okay, so what's that about? Why am I saying that? And you're probably like right now going, well, it's obvious, Katie, I'm saying it because I'm single. Yeah, okay, so write that down. I'm writing, I'm saying another year single because I'm single. Why else are you saying it? So right there, and why else? Ask yourself that question and see what opens up. And why else? Well, I was single all of last year, so it's another year single. Yeah, okay. And why else? Well, because I've done all the things that I thought I was meant to do to meet my person, and it's not worked yet. Okay, yeah. And why else? Well, it's never going to work for me. And why else? Well, obviously, there's something obviously wrong with me. Oh, now we're getting to the juicy stuff. And why else? I must be damaged. Why else? I'm just not good enough. Why else? It's for other people, not me. Why else? Online dating doesn't work. Huh, okay, that's a good belief. Why else? Online dating will never work for me. Why else? Well, they say to trust in the magic and the miracles and allow it to happen as it's going to happen, but that happens only in Hollywood. It doesn't happen for me, or it happens to other people. Okay, and why else? Do you see where I'm going with this? Like, because within every single why else that you come up with, there's something that you can work with. If it's a belief piece, if I'm not enough, then that is where you've got to have your own back. Yeah, that's where you have to have your own back. And if you do not fundamentally believe that you are enough, if you fundamentally believe that you are flawed or damaged and not good enough in some way, right there is where your attention needs to be. To love yourself enough to develop self-kindness, self-compassion, to move you in the direction that you want to go. Don't blanket statement, another year single, and allow yourself to get away with that. Believing that one statement is hiding so much underneath it. It's like the iceberg, right? So you're on top of the water, the iceberg is, if you could, let's just slap a slogan on the top of the iceberg. Let's put a billboard on it, another year single. Well, there's multiple little mini billboards on the iceberg underneath the water. And that's the stuff that is creating the direction, the course that your life is taking, all the stuff underneath. So because you are choosing, no matter what, even if you don't fully believe it yet, to love yourself enough to dig a bit deeper and have a look at what else is going on, because what else is going on right there, it's not a bad thing. It's exciting. It gives you something to work with. It gives you the next right step on your path of growth and transformation and healing. As you take the next step on that path of growth and healing and self-awareness and all that juicy stuff, you begin to move in the direction of maybe it's not another year single, because you're taking action that has the back of your desires. It's not ignoring the desire, because the truth is, yeah, another year single, and I desire to be with somebody. So what am I going to do about that? What am I going to do about that? Well, I don't know where to begin. Well, if you dig a little deeper and look at all the belief systems underneath the blanket statement, another year single, it will inform you to the next right move for you, the first action piece that you can take. So in the digging, in the uncovering of all these other belief systems underneath another year single, all the feelings are going to come up. And so, we're not making you wrong for believing another year single. We want to heap a ton of love and kindness and compassion and understanding on that part of you that's saying another year single, because there is an element of truth to it. And truthfully, you have evidence to prove it, because you were single last year. And so love that part of you that feels defeated, that feels deflated, that feels disappointed, that feels like it's just never going to happen, that there's something unworthy and unlovable about her. Love that part of you, because it's in the process of fully acknowledging what you're thinking and how you're feeling that you are developing true intimacy with yourself. Really having your own back, being in true partnership with you. Right there is the vibrational match for a true partnership. Doing the inner work and preparing yourself to call in your person, which is essentially what we're talking about here. doing that work is not just, it's not, like, it's not about calling in your person. It's about being there for you. And as you develop that ability to be there for you and love you, you're able to show up just generally in day-to-day life and then in a relationship truly as who you are, and able to speak your truth and ask for what you want. It's not wasted time. It might feel bad. It might bring up difficult, bad feelings when you realize, gosh, I'm actually telling myself there's something wrong with me, or that I'm unlovable, or that it can never happen and it's only for others. Like, that might make you feel not so great to realize, but there's nothing wrong with that. Like, it's the feeling not great about it is the impetus to work with that part of you. And it's through the working with that part of you that you are creating change in your life so that you become the vibrational match for the thing that you want. It's not bad to discover these belief systems are really going on under the surface. It's exciting. And it's lazy to not dig deep and check it out. Right? Let me just take a look at the comments. So Lisa Marie, let me have a sip of my tea as well. I used to think that another year single and that my worth was less and everyone was judging me. But I don't feel like that anymore. I guess I do it with my work and finances now more. Yeah. And so apply this to that. Apply this to that, because how we do one thing is how we do everything. And there is no difference between calling in your person to calling in the work you desire to calling in the finances you desire. It's all just desires. There's no difference between them. The process is the same. Our mind judges it as being different, and that therefore there must be a different path, different route to having the thing that I want. There's really not. So you can apply this thinking to that. Interesting, it's cropped up for me this week because my washer broke and I went into victim. Yeah, thank you for sharing that. And this is kind of it. You are allowing yourself to be the victim when you just blanket statement, another year single. Another year single. If you do nothing with that, you are allowing yourself to be in victim. You are allowing yourself, you're giving away your power. You're way more powerful than that. Acknowledge it. It's your truth. It's how you feel in one hand. And what else do you want? We'll come to that in a second. Like, we want to acknowledge the thinking. We want to look at all the beliefs that are lurking underneath and within that, because that's our starting point for, okay, this is where my work lies. And what are you going to choose to think instead? Make better choices with your thoughts and prepare yourself for that. We'll come to that in a sec. Kath, wow, all of the above, all the things I just said. Yeah. Yeah. I kind of know what most of you are thinking underneath the another year single, because I worked with thousands of women around this and it was my experience. So nothing would shock me. And I have a pretty darn good idea what's going on in your subconscious. Yes, my broken washer may as well have said, see, there's no one here to help. Exactly. I'm not helpless. I'm resourceful. Of course you are. Funny what pops up and how to say, take a look within. Yeah. And that right there, to me, from my perspective, that, because I really believe life is always supporting us. The universe has your back and knows your desires. And the broken washing machine is probably going to, and I remember, oh my goodness, I have memories of when things broke down in my home and I had to get it fixed or call someone in. And it always happened when I was at my lowest ebb and I was feeling like I'm single and life's shit and it's never going to happen for me. And now the washing machine's broken. And It's another thing I have to do on my own. I remember it only too well. And I think that the washing machine being broken is actually life supporting you, because it's poking something, it's poking a pain that is there. If it wasn't there and the washing machine broke, you wouldn't have that experience. It's there. It might be subconscious, and it might only really come up into your conscious awareness when something breaks. Doesn't mean that it's not there. Again, iceberg analogy. It's there under the surface. You might be iceberg, the head above water piece will be like, yeah, everything's fine. It's getting on with my life. Da, 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 da. But my life's not taking me quite the direction. I'm not on the course that I really want to be on, headed towards meeting my person, enjoying my life with my person. Well, that's because under the water, there's belief systems going on saying, it's just me. I'm on my own. That's never going to change. It's really shit. Da, da, da. I'm obviously not good enough. It's not meant for me. I'm probably unlovable. And so the broken washing machine is life loving you and just giving you that wake-up call, that slap around the face and saying, come on, what's really going on? Let's bring that into the light, because we can work with that and we can change that up. And through the changing of it, we're moving you in the direction of what you want. Boom. That is life loving us. Hi, Caroline. I'm feeling hopeful, but let's check if I feel that way in June and still single. Right. So if you don't want to be single in June, now, Caroline, you're in the Love Lounge. So awesome. You're making steps towards living more consciously, doing your inner work and your healing and so on. You're doing it in a supported space. So you're absolutely on track. And I'm so glad you joined us recently. It's awesome. And if you don't want to be single in June, take your power back and because what did you say? I'm feeling hopeful, but let's check if I feel that way in June and still single. So right there's some doubt. It's like, I'm feeling hopeful, but there's some subtext there. And if you dig into that a little bit more, there's going to be more subtext. That's what you've got to work with. Because if you don't want to be single in June, and by the way, we do have to trust divine timing, right? That's another conversation. I might touch on that a little bit in a minute. And if the desire is to not be single in June and to be with your person for the summer, what do you know that you need to focus your attention on to put you in the best position to be the vibrational match for your person come June? Right? Like, I have a feeling, Caroline, that you're a little more awake and conscious than some. And so I'm going to trust that you won't be lazy and let yourself get away with just saying that. And let's check if I feel that way in June. Is that a throwaway statement, or are you really going to check that out? Are you really going to check it out? I don't want to be single come the summer. So what do I know I need to focus on? How am I going to take those action steps? How am I going to have my own back? What support do I need to call in? What do I need to plan out in my calendar? What priorities need to change in my life? What do I need to stop doing? What do I need to start doing more of? What do I need to invest more in? What do I need to invest less in? These are choices and decisions we get to make. And the beginning of the year is the perfect time because we're all in that headspace and everyone's talking about it on social media and driving us nuts. No, you are not lazy. Exactly. So you're going to explore that statement and you're going to look at it and dig a little deeper and make some plans. Yay. And if you need support with that, you got the Love Lounge, right? So you can bring it to a coaching call. You can bring it to a weekly Ask Me Anything. You can take it to a happy hour with Sarah, do a post in the group, ask the other women for their support, their encouragement, their ideas, right? You have support to help you move forward, and we will hold you accountable. And by the way, I'm still waiting to read your post on the last coaching call when I wanted to hold you accountable for something. I won't say it here in a public space, but I'm looking out for your post in the Love Lounge. Eva, hello. I haven't said it to myself in that way, but I truly feel like I'm on a cusp of a turning point. that there's no way I'll go through another year single. I feel like my man is near, very near. I love that. Yes, I feel that for you too. Actually, that's the energy I'm getting off you at the moment. Yeah, yeah, I'm so glad you've come into my world. I'm so glad I've got you in the love lounge. I like just for, I mean, when did we meet, Eva? 2 months ago? Nearly 3 months ago, maybe? Was it? Yeah. The shift in you has been dramatic. So I'm very excited for your year as well. Awesome. Carolyn, I felt like that before the end of year, torn wrist tendon and no one to help decorate for Christmas. So this year was a shock for the holidays, but whatever, I wasn't going to let it ruin things. Head high, I know things would take a turn. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, it was November that yeah, see? Shift happens quickly. I love that. I'm just going to have a sip. So just to carry on a little bit of a theme of what I was just touching on, in addition to all we've talked about, then it becomes also about choosing different thoughts. So you know what your thing is that you're thinking that is victim, that's not helping you. When that comes up, after acknowledging it, allowing yourself your feelings around it, not making yourself wrong for it, maybe doing a little bit of digging to understand, what's really going on under the surface. Get prepared with what you're going to choose to think instead. That is also true. Yeah, I am single at the moment. I'm beginning another year single, but what else is true? Now, before I came on, I wrote down a few ideas. So instead of another year single, how about this is the year that I will do the inner work to get prepared to meet my person? That's pretty positive and could also be true. This is the year that I will prioritize my mental and emotional mastery. This is the year that I'll learn how to get good at relationships. This is the year that I'll finally be kind to myself and make good decisions. This is the year that I will have my own back. This is the year that I'll do whatever it takes to have what I want. And I could go on. So for those of you who are here live, because there's a few of you that are, and if you're on the replay, remember, just type #replay and tell me now, if you could pop it in the comments, what is this year about for you? This is the year that ... Not, this is the year that I'm going to be single again. No. What else is true? This is the year that I'm going to prioritize what? This is the year that I'm going to do whatever it takes. Like for me, year on year on year, and I was always supported with a coach. So when I was single, not only was I a coach and coaching, but I was also being supported by a coach, sometimes 2 coaches at once. And so when these difficult thoughts would come up for me, I would lean into that support and I would have a strong word with myself and I would choose what else was true. And I would choose thoughts like, you know what, I can and I will was a powerful affirmation that I used. Like, I'm ready to meet my person. It's happening. He's looking for me too. I can and I will. And I would put Post-it notes all around my house. I had Post-it notes on the dashboard of my car. I had them all around my laptop. I changed the screensaver on my phone. I had them on the Post-it notes in the fridge. I had them on the bathroom mirror. I had them on my bedside table. I can and I will. I bought a t-shirt that said, a yoga top that said I can and I will on it. If you scroll way, 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 way back going through my Facebook photos, you'll see a picture of me with I can and I will. That's what I decided to focus on. And it didn't stop the thoughts. I'm still single. Nobody wants me. It's never going to happen. Those thoughts still happened. They didn't suddenly miraculously go away. But I had my own back when they did. And I was like, yes, I do feel like there might be something wrong with me in this moment. And I can and I will. And nothing is going to stop me from having what I want. I can believe that I can get to a place of believing that I am worthy of love, that I am lovable, that I have love to give. I can and I will. I'm doing it. I'm supported. I'm working at it every day. Do you know, like I can and I will was my just guiding light. Julie, I'm going to take the dating scene seriously. Bloody brilliant. High fives. Yes. I love that. I might touch on that, on the whole dating thing in a second, actually. That's great. Sophia, hello, darling. This is a little like the lucky girl phenomenon, although you can argue it's working on the law of attraction. I don't know what lucky girl. I don't know what the lucky girl phenomenon. What's that? Although you can argue it's working on the law of attraction. We are working with the law of attraction for sure, as long as we're taking action on the back of it. Yeah. Come on, where's the statements? There's a bunch of you on live. What else is true for you this year? I don't always do the word of the year, but this year I chose the theme, I'm a leading lady, inspired by the film The Holiday. I love that film, The Holiday. I've seen it so many times. I'm a leading lady. I love that as a North Star mantra for the year. That's gorgeous. Have you got a t-shirt with that on? There must be a mug that has I'm a leading lady. I really, really like that. That's so cool. So cool. Lucky girl is the latest social media trend. Okay. I'm clearly out of the loop with that one. What else do I want to say? Oh, so much more. Is it actually there's so much more coming up for me around online dating and that whole world. But I think that takes this conversation down another track. I might keep that for next week. I might look at, because something that's really coming up a lot with my clients right now is I just hate online dating. I don't want to do it. It doesn't work. And I think we need to have a conversation about that, because online dating isn't the only way that you'll meet your person. There are many other ways, but it is one way. And yeah, we could go down a rabbit hole of a whole other conversation. And I know you have your day to be getting on with. And I might let's talk about online dating next week. Okay, so same time, same place. We'll look at online dating, and we'll look at dating in general, and we'll look at the vehicle through which your person can arrive. And let's just open our minds up around this. Let's open our minds up around this. So watch this space. I'll do a live on it next week. This year is about me. Yes, it is. I can't wait to hear more specifically what you're going to do with that. I will create more abundance in my life that has the value of time and location freedom. I will do this with actions from empowered masculine. Great. I'm going to create more abundance in my life that has the value of time and location freedom. You're on it, honey. That's great, Lisa Marie. Sophia, I'm getting into the t-shirt business. I must create that caption. Yeah, well, I didn't inspire you. You did. That leading lady piece is awesome. I love that. Let me know when you create that t-shirt, because I would want to have one of those, please. This is the year that I will be more open to opportunities. Yes. Love that. This is the year that I will change my career into my own business in a way that supports how I want to lead my life. Oh, yes. So much freedom in that. It's awesome being a remote or digital worker. Yes, it is. I love that too. That allows me to move to America and keep my work going. What's true for me is that I know who I am better than I ever have. I certainly finally know what I'm looking for in a mate. So with those two truths, sounds like I should end up in a very successful relationship. High five. Oh, high 10. I love that. Yes. Donna's here. Hey, Donna. I feel this is my year. I'm in better headspace. I'm looking for a new job, which is exciting, and hoping to travel more in 23, opening my heart up to love, getting rid of toxic people, and calling in my soulmate. I'm ready. Awesome. I love that. I love that. Yeah, Kath's going to buy that t-shirt too. Come on, Sophia, we're all waiting for that t-shirt now. And also, I'm certain now that I'm making a move soon, open to where I may end up, as long as it's within a 4-hour drive to my kiddos. So good. That's a shift in like a space of 2 weeks, isn't it? Since we were speaking about that. That's very exciting. See, change happens really quickly when you really commit and you get supported and witnessed. That's why I'm so passionate about the Love Lounge. Change is happening really fast. I'm committed to finding more ways to work online and have more autonomy and abundance this year. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I love this. Awesome, darlings. Okay, so let's wrap up. I hope you received what you needed to receive from today. I trust that it landed for you in the perfect way and with so much love. And I will see you next week. Oh, hold on, let me just catch this. I'm launching next month. I don't want to spam Katie's chat, but you can follow on my website. There we go. No worries. Not spamming. Or happy to share, Sophia, even. Happy to share. Yeah, I'll catch you next week. And let's talk a little more specifically. If you are single and believing that online dating is a waste of your time, is full of weirdos, isn't going to work for you, and therefore, if you don't like online dating, if you don't trust it, if you don't feel safe with it, if you don't do it, you're never going to meet your person. If you're believing that, let's just open up your awareness to what else is true and what else is possible for you. Okay, let's not be limited by those beliefs, because there's so much else that's true. Yeah, if you're believing that online dating is a horror show, and if you're believing that the only way you can meet somebody in this day and age is through online dating, I got something to tell you. This is the year I'll step into my superpower and be more open to receive all the exciting opportunities coming my way. I love that. Oh, I want to know what your superpower is. So good. So join me next Wednesday. Can't wait for that episode. I think that's going to be a fun one. Love you tons, and have a beautiful rest of your day. Okay. Bye, darlings.